By the channel's standards, the last unboxing video went really well. Apart from the views, there were a lot of really cool comments with people making suggestions and having ideas about the swords I showed, and even just in general giving their opinion on content ideas I suggested and had. So this kind of back and forth was really useful to me. And I figured, why not make it into an ongoing kind of series of videos. I have to unbox swords anyway when they arrive, so might as well do it on camera, and maybe you guys enjoy it, and maybe you have something to say and some input that can help me in preparing the videos, the more detailed videos about each sword I open. And you'll see me a little flustered today and no swords on the background, and that's because I rushed here right away to set this up, because today I got 2 packages, and there are 2 swords that have been on my dream list, you could say, for quite some time. Well, swords that I've always wanted to be able to handle, and one of which especially I was not really sure I would ever be able to see or hold in my own hands. So without further waste of time, let's start opening these boxes. Okay, I'm getting quite good at this. Well, not good enough that I don't cut myself. Don't do what I'm doing. Don't use a random unprotected blade, because that's going to cause some damage. But as I mentioned, I'm too eager to check this out. And while I get into this, maybe you can let me know in the comments if you've had ever a sword that you've been like really looking forward to for a long time, and then you've finally been able to get your hands on. I'm really curious to know what it was. And if you haven't got your hands on it yet, this is the video that should prove things can change, and it's possible that things change. So I've been on a little bit of auction binge, I have to say, because, well, sometimes there are dry spells that go on for a month and there's really not much interesting stuff going on. And then sometimes within the course of a couple of weeks, everything you've ever wanted seems to show up on auction. So I've been quite busy with that. So we have one here and one here. Which one to start? Well, we'll start with this one. Let's just take it as it comes. So this package has 2 swords in it. I mentioned 2 dream swords, but there are actually 3 swords in today's packages. But one is less amazing for me. It's a kind of sword that I've learned to appreciate a lot recently, but it's not necessarily on my list of whatever. Let's just see what it is. Okay, so this one is actually the one I was saying. Oh no, they're both in here. Okay, so they're both packed together. So we'll start with this one, which is the one that I'm not going to say I'm least excited about, because I think it's super cool as well, but it's, let's say, I haven't lost nights of sleep on it. Let me open it up without causing any damage. I wonder if you can already see through the bubble wrap what it may be, but just in case you can't, here we go. Ta-da! This is a small sword, but of the early kind. But I'm realizing that these early ones that are really long and are almost more towards rapier length, although way lighter and way more manageable, are swords that are really beautiful. And this is the second one I pick up, and I have to say I'm not disappointed. It feels really amazing in the hand. I'll let you check it out really quickly. So let me hold it from here. And see the beautiful hilt, and then it moves into this really long, slender blade. Really a pleasure to hold. It's super light. I have to remove, of course, the stickers, the auction house stickers, figure out if there's any markings on it, but we'll do all of that when we get to the video about this sword. Now, if this is the least exciting one, what's coming up next? And we'll soon see. I don't know what to expect from this because I've only seen them live in one museum, and I've only otherwise seen them online, like in pictures. So I'm really hoping this is what I'm hoping. Like, I'm hoping this matches what my expectations are. But I guess we'll discover that together. So this one is way shorter and way smaller. And it's what is... And sorry, I got distracted. This is basically what is normally called a pillow sword, colloquially, and incorrectly, actually. This one is a really small one, too. I think the ones I've seen are a little bit bigger in the hilt. This one is really, really small. You can see here. Provides almost no protection at all. But it really is nice. Feels beautiful. It has the thinnest little blade in the tip. I wonder if this could be reworked at some point. It has some engravings, some markings, which we'll have to figure out in another video. Let me just show you really quickly. Maybe you can see them there in the folder. And this one is really, really cool. The wood, by the way, is old. So the grip, I thought it may have been substituted, but it doesn't seem to be the case. So, wow, nice. This one is way smaller than I figured it would be. But I guess it kind of explains the incorrect naming of pillow sword. Wow. Ooh, this is gonna be fun to look at. I think we're gonna enjoy it. But let's get to the next piece. And we'll move this box out of the way. Small swords, they're not a dime a dozen, but you can find them fairly easily. Pillow swords are way less common, but I've seen enough go at auction, and I've missed most of them, well, actually all of them so far, but they're a little more accessible. This one, on the other hand, is something that I only ever saw on a book I own, and it's also a pretty specialized book, so it's not the kind of sword that pops out every week or every month at auction. In the last years, I have never seen one except for the ones that went at this current auction. And when I saw it, I just kind of figured I had to get it if I could. And I consider myself really lucky that I was able to pick it up. And we'll open it up because I need to remove this cardboard cylinder. This is, I think, one of the coolest parts of collecting is that you get to have Christmas, the feeling of Christmas more often than you normally would as a kid. Let me just show you the size of this blade, first of all. Let's just compare it quickly to the pillow sword. Tell me if this isn't just amazing, how varied and unusual the world of swords can be. Like, these are technically both swords. Okay, let's get this off. Just look at this. Is unbelievable. And it's heavy. Okay, let's get this off as well. And okay, let's rip this off. Okay, so what we're looking at here is mid 18th century, and it's a Prussian dragoon's balish, I suppose. It's not a saber at all. This is massive. Just look at this hilt. Look at this thumb ring. It's unbelievable. This is it's just incredible. It looks and feels beautiful. You haven't noticed yet, but it has this lovely eagle pommel head. You see there? Eagle head pommel, I mean, sorry. I'm a little overexcited, I think. It has not maker's markings, but it has an arsenal mark. I'll just spoil it. We'll talk about it in depth in the video, but you can see the mark here, both them. There's a very, very good book on 18th century Prussian blades called Me feci both them. And this goes through all of these styles of swords. And it includes these and the even heavier version that was for the cuirassiers. So I can't even imagine how another version would be heavier. This one already feels like kind of at the limit of what you could wield. Imagine that coming towards you on horseback. Okay, man, it's really, really amazing. I can hardly believe it. Okay, anyway, well, this is what we have today. So we have the two extremes, and then we have this really, really cool small sword here, which is also really amazing. Lengthwise, yeah, we're kind of almost there. Anyway, let me know what your thoughts are, what your favorite is. If you know about them, if you have any information you want to share, just leave that in the comments. Also, let me know if you enjoyed these unboxing videos. Like, I have to do it anyway, as I mentioned. So if you want to join in, we can do it on camera. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next sword video.